Those are my lovely bunnies. Very happy. The grass is fresh. Okay. Start small and earn big from a rabbit farm. In today's episode, I'm going to share everything you need to know about running or starting a rabbit farm. From housing, feeding, their gestation period, diseases, how to benefit and make profit in less than a year, and so on. Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Jacqueline. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button and the notification bell such that you're notified each time I release a video. Please remember to like, share, and feel free to leave a comment. My husband and I moved from UK to Ghana with all our 4 children a few weeks ago to build our dream home. We started a homestead. We are expanding the homestead. Initially, we started with fish farming, and now we've started rabbit farming, growing a garden of vegetables to sustain us, hopefully throughout the year. And we are hoping that our journey will inspire others who have the same dream to move out of other places and come back to the continent, or whoever wants to start from scratch to build their home as we do. Please enjoy and thank you for watching. Starting a rabbit farm is very simple because it's very inexpensive. Basically, all you need is housing in a form of a simple structure. Call them cages. Although, if you think about it, this is the most expensive part of all things. The rest is simple. All you need is to get this housing in a good standard. It should have enough room to accommodate your bunnies or rabbits. It should be aerated. And if you intend to breed, you need to create enough room for the female rabbits with their nests, such that when they have bunnies, they are not disturbed and they remain peaceful and calm. You should ensure that the cages have enough room or space and are well ventilated. This will save you in the long run in terms of preventing common diseases that disturb rabbits. For example, if you have a good ventilation, that means they will not have respiratory diseases. If you keep the cages clean, really clean of the poo and wee, you will ensure that they will not catch diseases easily. And also, having a clean cage ensures that your bunnies don't catch diseases like diarrhea. That also depends on the feed. If you keep the feed clean and good quality, then you're good to go. Rabbits are also very clean animals. They are good at disease resistance. Rarely do they fall sick. Okay, you may only just need a bit of vitamins in their water every now and then. If it is bad, then antibiotics are also helpful. But most of the diseases that rabbits catch is due to human errors. For example, keeping their buns or cages dirty, okay? Feeding them poor quality feed or dirty food. Having so much traffic within their areas of sleeping, or introducing a new rabbit that has come from a farm with a disease that could cause these rabbits to get sick. Other than that, most diseases caused by rabbits are due to human errors, apart from a few diseases like ear crust, shedding of their skin, maybe at times it's due to fleas, if they're infested with fleas, diarrhea, check the feed if that is happening. Feeding. In terms of rabbit food, you don't have to buy commercial feed if you really have access to our bushes, especially those living around the villages. There is a lot of grasses herbs, and small plants that rabbits really love. You may feed the rabbits all year without buying commercial feed. Well, if you decide to use commercial feed, it may be as an alternative feed once in a while, maybe for just a treat. But you can grow and breed rabbits on just our naturally grown herbs. They like cabbages, they like lettuce, they love purple leaves, they love cassava leaves, they eat most of the grasses. Be careful, although some herbs and grasses are poisonous, majority of the grasses that grow naturally around us, banana leaves and some simple stems, tubers like cassava, rabbits enjoy that. Avoid feeding them on too much carrots. Maybe the carrot leaves, yes, but carrots are sweet, and remember their teeth, you end up visiting the vet all the time. Other than that, rabbits eat anything green. If it's dry season, you can still feed the rabbits on hay, that is dry grasses. But most importantly, allow them to have access to clean, fresh water. They like drinking, and that keeps them very healthy. Rabbits have a high reproductive rate. Their gestation period is around 28 days, and this makes it easy for farmers to keep healthy rabbits, breed them, and multiply super fast. However, like any other female creature, you need to give it time to gain from when it's just given birth, such that you have quality bunnies for the next reproduction. You remember that you need to give the female rabbits a cage that is spacious, clean, good water supply, feed them with quality feed, and remember to place a nest when they show signs of pregnancy, such that once they are in their cage, there's less disturbance, less interaction, so that they have their peace. Rabbits like quiet, and they like that silence to help them breed properly. If they feel any disturbance, this is where we get the bad rabbits that end up eating their litter. When they get scared or feel intimidated, they think swallowing their or eating up their babies will protect these bunnies, and they are hoping maybe to bring them out later when that fear or threat is past. To avoid all this, give them a peaceful, quiet place. If they are women or the female ones which are about to give birth or have just given birth, such that you don't bring that activity of starting to eat their own young ones. When you've established your rabbits well, you separated the female from the male, and you've prepared a nursery part whereby the pregnant or the little and their mom will have their own space. Remember, rabbits are animals that are very territorial, especially the female rabbits. They are quite possessed with their own space. So when you see your female rabbit showing signs of being on heat and wants a male service, please move the female rabbit to the male cage, not the other way around. Reason being that when this male is brought into the female cage instead of the other way around, the female gets very aggressive. It could end up killing the male rabbit. The other thing to remember, you need to look for quality male to be your breed, okay, or the breeding partner. Reason being that if the male is so weak or scared of the female are quite aggressive. They'll kill that male. So yes, you need to have the male rabbit, a strong one, such that when the female rabbit is on heat and taken to the cage where the male is, yes, breeding happens, and then we'll have our bunnies not long from then. There are signs to show that mating has been successful. We'll discuss them in another video. But please remember, take the female to the male cage, not the male to the female cage, to avoid death or injury within your establishment. Lovely. When we've got our litter, that's our new bunnies, kindly avoid interacting or disturbing them, because we are quick to check how many has it given birth to, or which colors, or how do they look like. Please, I know it's exciting to know that your rabbit has given birth. However, don't tamper and disturb its nest. It may end up rejecting the tiny babies before they are well mature enough to look after themselves. Besides that, it needs its peace. When you feed it, give it its water, it will go and breastfeed. When the litter is reasonably healthy, it will start jumping out of that nest and then do the counting, okay? Once you see they are strong enough and they are also picking interest in eating what the mom is eating, then think of starting to separate them to their own cage and leave the mom to have a break. Once the mom has had enough break, like I've mentioned, rabbits can give birth. Then when it shows signs of heat again, the service time starts again, moving the female back to the male and see if it's interested. If it's not, you try again next time and things like that. Like I've mentioned, once they've successfully met, there are signs to show that, and then we can move the female back to its cage and the process continues. Finally, let's look at the benefits of keeping rabbits, okay? Require a very small space to start. To start a farm or a project on rabbit farming, you require a very small space. Actually, it's very cheap. The only expensive bit is the structure. Once you've done a beautiful structure which is aerated or ventilated, you can collect the waste easily so that you don't accumulate waste. You reduce disease and so on, as we've mentioned earlier on. Feeds are available everywhere. If you're in the village like me, there's grass, there's trees, there's plants. All I need to do is try it, and if they like it, that's a jackpot for me. They eat almost every herb. In dry season, they eat hay. In very scarce or fancy parts of the time, I feed them pellets. But then the feeds are very expensive. I don't have to. Like I said, you can feed them on grass, greeneries, variety of foods, okay? And then the meat, okay? If you've never tried rabbit meat, you should try it. The best thing is, because they rarely take medicines like antibiotics, vaccines, this and that, like the cattle and pigs do, they have a quality, healthy meat. This meat has less pesticides in them. Their meat has less cholesterol, and it's full of vitamins C and B complex, which converts carbohydrates into energy. They also have minerals such as calcium and potassium, which are good for our bones and teeth. They strengthen our bone and teeth, okay? The other property that is not known, maybe you don't know at all, is anti-aging properties. Why don't you want to age gracefully? Did you know that rabbit waste are very profitable? I mean, collecting their urine and their poo. You can use the urine, if it's partly diluted, to have natural fertilizer for your crops. And in some countries, a small 5 liters will give you a good profit, okay? Search that out. The other thing is their poop. Their poop, because of what they eat, has very good manure, which can help with your crop growing in your homestead. Or you could even bag it up and sell it. So my dear friends, it's worth keeping rabbits. Rabbit urine is also used as a pesticide.
Memory lane isn't that too far away from our hearts, the ones we keep close, we should never let go. So tell me who you love, baby. Take a moment to unwind, fix yourself and realign yourself with the world, baby. Breathe slow, baby.